Hi, I'm Gunter Wallendorf from the New Nation Education Nonprofit Company. In this educational video series, which we've called Uplift a Nation, it is our aim to educate the people of South Africa and help them understand the things about money, the banking system, the economy, and the government, which they do not teach you at school, college, or university. The best way to get ahead in life is to understand the rules to the game. In each of the videos, we will be giving you one of the rules to help you play the game better and win. If we want to uplift our nation, then we need you to share these videos with your family, friends, and the people you care about. Thank you for helping us uplift our nation.
Hi, welcome everyone. Great to have you all here again. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, the best way to get ahead in life is to know the rules to the game. In video number 5, part 3, we spoke about the things that you can change, being yourself and your value to the marketplace. Rule number 12, life gets better for you when you get better. That was Jim Rohn that said that. The video series Uplift a Nation, video number 6, part 1, 2, and 3, we'll be discussing opportunities. What opportunities? The sad thing is, when someone asks for a job, I'm really deeply saddened because they have not been educated correctly. Now you may be asking, well, why do I say that? A simple explanation. I take you to a restaurant. We go out for dinner. We sit down at the table. The waitress comes along and asks us what we'd like for dinner, gives us the menus, and disappears for 5 minutes. The waiter gets back and I order steak. When he asks you what you want, you say food. He looks at you confused. Again, you say to him, food. The waiter thinks, oh well, I'll just bring the dish of the day. Our food arrives at the table and I get a great juicy piece of steak, and he places liver and onions in front of you. By the look on your face, he knows that you don't like and maybe even don't eat liver and onions. What were you expecting? The same applies when you ask for a job. How is the person meant to know what you can do, what you can't do, and what to pay you? Know what you want. This is a key to life. It makes it so much simpler for the person being asked and for you. You know what you can do. You know what your value is. This is the key to actually asking for an opportunity to work in a company. It's not about asking for a job. It's about knowing what you want. Then you can approach a company and tell them what you can do for them. Times have changed. Look for opportunities. Now, when I start talking about opportunities, the first thing I hear from people is, what opportunities? Believe me when I say I understand the question, because I felt the same way for many years. And why I say times have changed. Jobs as we know them won't be around for much longer. Scientists and economic gurus have spoken about 10 to 15 years before all the jobs that we know them as they are today will not exist. Many of them won't exist. So what should people be doing? You should be looking for opportunities to start yourself in business, to start doing something from home, to start doing something online. Now, the thing about opportunity is that it never presents itself as an opportunity. No one is going to come along, knock on your door and ask you if you want an amazing career with this company. When we are out looking for opportunity, we are actually looking completely in the wrong direction. It's not that you don't see opportunities. It's that you're not looking for the right things. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when somebody says to you opportunity or work for yourself or do something for yourself, and you start thinking about the money aspect of it, we tend to think about inventing something, because we think that if we invent something and people buy it, we can become wealthy. And I think we can all agree that we believe inventing something would be the perfect solution to our financial problems. Right? Wrong. We will talk about this more a little bit later in the slide. So we talk about inventing things, and you sit down and you think, well, today I must sit down and think about inventing something. You see, you cannot invent something by sitting on your couch and thinking about it. That is not how it works. This will frustrate you, and you will not come up with any great ideas. Even the greatest inventor of all times, Thomas Edison, never sat and thought about what he should be inventing. With more than 2,000 patents to his name, many of the things he invented are still being used today, although they may be slightly different. The light bulb was one of his inventions. How did he come up with the idea? In those days, houses, the streets, everything was lit by candlelight. So in the evenings, they had people walking around in the streets lighting these candles on the poles. And late at night, they had to go around and kill or blow the candles out. And besides that, there were lots of fires, because people would knock candles over at home and people would die in these fires. So he came up with the idea by asking himself questions about safety in the home, how to improve the lighting for the streets. He saw a problem and then he came up with a solution. Inventing something is not always the easiest, and it's definitely not the cheapest thing to do to earn money. Edison had more than 2,000 experiments before he came up with a light bulb that could work effectively or efficiently. How many of us would stop after 100 attempts and say, it's impossible, it can't be done? You see, Edison did not think of it as a failure when it didn't work, but rather as a way that it could not be done. Inventors, everything they do is they're learning something new each time they do it. They're not failing, they're learning that, well, it can't be done that way, maybe I can change this or do that. And this is how we need to look at life. If you go and apply for 100 jobs and you don't get them, if you're going to give up, then you're never going to get a job. The other thing about inventing something is, how do you even know that people will buy what you produce? So you could go through an extreme costs and not make any money at all. So inventing is really not a great opportunity. Oh, by the way, you know who perfected the light bulb? Was a gentleman by the name of Louis Latimer, and he was an African American. Edison's light bulb would last something like 600 hours. Latimer perfected it. He made it last months and years. Just a little bit of insight there. In video number 6, part 2 of this series, Uplift a Nation, what are opportunities, or what opportunities are there? We will be discussing the hates, the problems, and the issues people have in their homes, communities, and societies. Please share these videos with people you love and care about, so we can help uplift our nation. See you in the next video. Bye.